Welcome back to the English Vision Podcast. I'm your host, John, and I'm here with my wonderful co-host, Sarah.
Hello, everyone. I am so happy to be here today. We have a very important topic to discuss.
We certainly do. Today, we are talking about something that makes almost everyone nervous. We are talking about asking your boss for more money.
You mean asking for a raise? Yes, that is very scary. Even in my native language, it is hard. In English, it feels impossible sometimes.
It is a completely normal feeling, Sarah. But mastering business English is critical for your career. If you're working in the US or for an international company, you need to know the right words. Today, we are going to break down the exact English phrases for salary negotiation you need to secure a raise.
Salary negotiation, that means talking about your pay and trying to get a better agreement, right?
Exactly. Negotiation is just a formal discussion to reach an agreement. Today, we will focus on what you should never say when asking for a raise and how to project confidence using advanced corporate vocabulary.
I'm ready. I have my notebook. What is the very first thing we should never say?
The biggest mistake people make is focusing on their personal problems. You should never say things like, I need a raise because my rent went up, or I need more money because I'm buying a new car.
Really? But those are true reasons why someone needs more money. Why is it bad to tell your boss that?
It is completely understandable from a personal side, but in business, your salary is based on the value you bring to the company, not your personal expenses. Your manager cares about how your work helps the business succeed. If you talk about your rent, it sounds unprofessional.
I understand now. So the company pays me for my work, not for my personal life. What should I say instead?
Instead of focusing on your needs, focus on your contributions. A contribution is something you do to help a person or an organization achieve its goals. You can say, I would like to discuss my compensation based on my recent contributions to the team.
Compensation. That is a big word. Does that just mean money?
Great question. Compensation means your salary, but it also includes other benefits like health insurance, paid time off, and bonuses. It is a very professional word to use instead of just saying money or pay.
I like that word. I would like to discuss my compensation. It sounds very serious. What is another thing I should not say?
Never give an ultimatum. An ultimatum is a final demand where you say, do this or else I will do something bad. For example, never say, if you do not give me a raise, I will quit my job.
Oh, wow, that sounds very aggressive.
It is very aggressive. It makes the manager feel threatened. Even if you're a great worker, they might tell you to just leave. It damages the professional relationship completely.
That makes perfect sense. But what if I really do want to leave, if they do not pay me more? How do I say that nicely?
You have to be careful. Instead of threatening to leave, you use objective data to show your value. You talk about industry standards.
Industry standards. Can you explain what that means to our listeners?
Of course, industry standards refer to the average amount of money other companies are paying for your specific job in your city. You can do some research online to find this out. Then, you can say, based on my research of industry standards for my role, I'm asking for a salary review.
That sounds much better. It shows I did my homework. I'm not angry, I'm just sharing facts about the job market.
Exactly. You are removing the emotion and focusing on facts. Now let us talk about the third big mistake. Many non-native English speakers do this because they want to be polite, but you should never apologize for asking for a raise.
You mean I should not say, I'm sorry to bother you, but can I have more money?
Yes, exactly that. When you say, I'm sorry, you project a lack of confidence. Projecting confidence means showing others that you believe in yourself and your abilities. If you apologize, your boss might think you do not truly believe you deserve the money.
I see in many cultures being very polite and apologizing is normal when talking to someone higher than you. But in American business culture, it is different.
It is very different. In the US corporate world, companies respect confidence. They want you to know your own value. Instead of apologizing, start the conversation with a positive statement about your work.
Can you give me an example of a positive statement?
Yes, you can say, I really enjoy working here, and I'm proud of what we have achieved this year. I would love to schedule a meeting to talk about my future here and my compensation.
That is very nice. It starts with a good feeling, it shows I like the company, but it still asks for the meeting.
Precisely. Now, let us talk about timing. Timing is crucial when asking for a raise.
Timing, you mean what time of day I should ask? Like, maybe not on a Friday afternoon when everyone wants to go home?
Well, avoiding Friday afternoons is a good tip, but I mean the time of year or the situation. You should never ask for a raise randomly in the hallway. You need to ask for a formal meeting. The best time is usually during a performance review.
A performance review, I have heard that phrase. Is that when your boss sits down to tell you how good or bad your work is?
Yes, a performance review is an official meeting, usually once a year, where you and your manager discuss your work, your goals, and your achievements. It is the perfect time to bring up your compensation.
Okay, so I am in my performance review. I used the word compensation. I did not apologize. Now, how do I prove I deserve the money? Do I just read my job description to my boss?
Not exactly. Your boss already knows what your basic job is. You want to highlight your achievements. An achievement is a successful result brought about by hard work. You want to focus on things that went above and beyond your normal duties.
Above and beyond. That means doing much more than what is expected of me, right?
Perfect definition, Sarah. So instead of saying, I answered all customer emails, which is just doing your job, you would say something like, in the last 6 months, I designed a new email template that increased our team's efficiency by 20%.
Oh, I like that. Efficiency means doing things faster and better without wasting time. And saying 20% makes it very clear. It uses numbers.
Exactly. Using numbers and data is the best way to prove your value. You can talk about money you saved the company, time you saved the team, or new clients you brought in.
This is so helpful. But John, I have to ask a scary question. What happens if I do all of this perfectly, but my boss still says no? What if the company does not have enough budget right now? I feel like I would be so embarrassed.
It is very disappointing to hear no, but you must stay professional. If your manager says there is no budget right now, do not get angry or upset. Instead, ask for a clear path forward.
A clear path forward. What does that phrase mean?
It means asking what exact steps you need to take to get the raise in the future. You're asking them to show you the way. You can ask, what specific goals do I need to achieve in the next 6 months to be considered for a salary increase?
That is very smart. So if they say no today, I make a plan for tomorrow.
Precisely. It shows you are dedicated to improving and helping the company. You can also ask to review the situation again later. You can say, can we schedule another meeting in 3 months to review my progress and discuss this again?
I'm writing all of these phrases down. Let me practice one. What specific goals do I need to achieve in the next 6 months to be considered for a salary increase? How did I sound?
That was excellent. Your tone was calm, clear, and professional. That is exactly how you want to sound. You want the conversation to be collaborative, not combative.
Collaborative and combative. Let me guess. Collaborative comes from the word collaborate, which means working together like a team. Combative sounds like combat, which means fighting or arguing. Am I right?
You're absolutely right, Sarah. A negotiation should always feel collaborative. You and your boss are working together to find a fair solution that helps you and helps the company. You're not fighting against each other.
This makes me feel much more confident. I think many non-native English speakers are afraid they will use the wrong word, offend their boss, and lose their job.
It is a common fear, but as long as you prepare, use objective facts, and avoid making emotional demands, you will be fine. Let us do a quick review of the most important phrases our listeners should remember today.
Okay, first, do not talk about personal money problems like rent. Instead, say, I would like to discuss my compensation based on my recent contributions.
Perfect. Second, do not use ultimatums or threaten to quit. Instead, use data and say, based on industry standards for my role, I'm asking for a salary review.
Third, do not apologize for asking for money. Do not say sorry. Instead, say, I am eager to take on more responsibilities and would like to discuss my future compensation.
Spot on, Sarah. You have mastered these phrases. For all our listeners out there, remember that your skills are valuable. Do not be afraid to ask for what you are worth. Just make sure you use the right business English vocabulary to do it.
Thank you, John. This was such an important lesson for anyone working in an English-speaking environment.
You are very welcome, Sarah. And thank you all for listening to the English Vision podcast. Keep practicing these phrases, stay confident in your value, and we will see you in the next episode.